Hello everyone, back with another project. This is another Monstaliner project, okay? If you look over here in this little window here, it's a still image of the vehicle that I'm working on. I currently work for a company called Northeastern Rescue Vehicles. We sell ambulances. My job there at the shop is to work on the ambulances, fly cars, which that's what this is. Ambulance companies, firehouses, whatever, they've got their small SUVs, trucks, whatever it is that they drive around, get to the chief may drive in it. Doesn't really matter. I don't know what they use it for. They may just drive it to go to the store. I don't care. This is a fly car. Something that we got in on trade, and it's got a little bit of rust issues that my boss asked me if I would address, and that's what this project's about. So I'm going to take basically the bottom of the doors. There's a seam there from there down. I'm going to prep and install Monstaliner. There's a bit of a rust spot that I'll address as well in this video. You'll see that. I've got to cut that out and put a patch panel in it. And that's pretty much it. So enjoy the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay, so here we are. This is the truck. It's a 2007 Ford Explorer. Like I said, getting ready to just do the rockers. Basically what we got going on here is we got some rust. It's not that bad. Nothing that can't be cleaned up without any metal repairs. A little bit on the other side as well. I'm going to be using that body seam that you see right here. If you look here, the bumper goes into the deep part of that seam. I'm going to be taking the Monstaliner out of underneath this trim here, the plastic trim, and running it down that seam and all the way down to the bottom, so it matches the plastics. So what that means is I'm going to have to pull the plastics off of here. So I'm going to have to remove these bolts, and then the plastic should come off on both rear doors. We got some, looks like we got some up here. So I may in fact bring some of the Monstaliner up along this as well, just to cover that up. We'll see. If I can clean that up without doing Monstaliner there, I will. But then I've got to pull the front fender flare off as well, so I can get underneath there as well. Hopefully I can get this done tonight. If the prep work drags out too long, then I'll put the Monstaliner on tomorrow after work. That's it. So sit tight. I'm gonna go grab the Monstaliner. I'm gonna go grab some sandpaper from across the street at Ace Hardware, and we're gonna get going on this. Okay, so here we are. It's the next day. I was hoping to get this all wrapped up in one day, but that's not going to happen. Anyway, I got all the trim taken off. I may pull this piece of trim off here too. I'm still up in the air about it. There's a little bit of rust here, surface rust. I kind of cleaned it up with the wire wheel. I'm not sure if what I'm going to do there just yet. But what I discovered is, and unfortunately, is that I have a hole here in the fender. Now I've cut this bigger and squared it up because I got a little scrap piece of a 16 gauge that I had already cut in this thin strip. This is way thicker than body work normally is. Normally it's like 20 or 22 gauge. But this is what I had that was kind of scrap metal. So I cut a little small square out. I'm going to plug that in there. I'm going to be using my Everlast Power iMig 200 to do that. Just a bunch of small tacks. Hammer it in place until it's fully stitched all the way around. It's got a little bit of a contour in it, so I'll probably start at the bottom and then work my way up. The beauty of it is that Monstaliner will conceal up any imperfections. So I don't have to do any like Bondo or anything like that. The Monstaliner will cover it up just fine. The other part is that the fender flare actually comes right down to the edge of that, you're just not going to see it. So the other side's fine. There's no real issues there. All the beginning stages of rust there were pretty much the paint bubbling away. There's a bad spot on the rockers, but there's no holes yet. So I cleaned it all off with the wire wheel, and now all I got to do right now is basically prep or patch this hole, and then do the prep, and with the tape and scuffing and stuff, and mix up the Monstaliner and get it rolled on there. I've got this other product that I'm going to be using on this as well. And I was going to do everything in Monstaliner, and I decided not to. This undercoating we use at work. HUD Bright rubberized aerosol undercoat, HUD 12. I've been picking this up for, well, I bought 4 cans of it, and I got it for like $38, and that was including tax. And I got it from a place called Savers here in Syracuse. It's an auto body shop. I really like this stuff, and let me show you why. These are my taillight guards for Project Pathfinder that's sitting here. If you spray it right and you take your time with it, you can get some really good results out of it. Real texturized look, even. Just real nice, and it dries hard. It's not like a lot of other undercoatings that never dry. This actually dries hard. Apparently you can paint over it. I don't know how well it's going to hold up to UV, but I'm going to find out with these. But I'm going to be using that in areas like this, because I'm only going to take the Monstaliner a straight shot all the way across the seam. Okay. But what I'm going to do after the Monstaliner is set up is I'm going to come back out here, and I'm going to tape off from the edge of the Monstaliner. Sorry about the lights covering it. From the edge of the Monstaliner, basically along this edge here, and straight across into the trim here. And I'm going to spray that area, even the bottom side of this lip here, with that undercoat. I'm also going to use it on the inside of the door jambs. Let me go to this side. I might have better light here. This door is the only one that really has any kind of issues. If you see here, I've scuffed off all that. I'm going to bring the Monstaliner in to this seam here and straight down, and then I'm going to bring it across this lip down here. But I'm probably going to take that rubberized undercoat and then bring that all the way to the rubber trim. I've got to think about it because I don't want to spray into the interior of this. But that's what I'm thinking. But I'm for sure going to use it at least in this area, just to cover up that other mess on that side of the car. It doesn't have that issue here, so but I need to make it match. The other place would be, I'm thinking about it, would be down in here. You see there's a little bit of rust buildup. I'm going to just take the handheld wire brush and scuff that a little bit. I'm going to try to get the Monstaliner down there, but I really need my lines to be nice and clean. And because I'm rolling the Monstaliner, I'm a little bit concerned about areas like that I won't be able to get a nice clean finish. And this vehicle is being sold. This is not mine. This is a company vehicle, so it's going to be sold to somebody, an ambulance company, fire department, something like that. So I need to make sure that everything is nice and clean and looks on the up and up when it rolls out of here. So I'm going to get this all welded up, grind down the welds, and start getting the prep work done. I'll be back when I'm ready to mix up the Monstaliner, and we'll keep going with this. Alright, talk to you in a minute. Okay, so I've got the truck all prepped. It's all sanded down, it's all taped off. One thing that I want to talk to you about is prep work. Absolutely, this is the most important, hands down area that you can focus, that you should be focused on. If you mess up here, don't blame any of the products. Doesn't matter if it's Monstaliner or any other product. If you don't prep your work right, you don't have anyone to blame but yourself. Part of prep work something that I wanted to kind of show you guys. A lot of people would be tempted to just run your tape line from there all the way across. Slice it down the door jambs, down the cracks, roll the tape inside. That's going to give you a much better finish. Now you're going to want to take it and initially run one strip, but then slice it so that your lines are nice and uniform all the way across. This area right here, I've got all this because I decided not to pull this off. I was looking at it, it'll be fine. I'm going to just run the Monstaliner all the way up to the edge. I know it's hard to see right now, but you see the tape is all in there, so it's just the face edge of this lip, and then it goes all the way down and rolls around the bottom. So, real happy with the prep work. I had to move the truck back just now. I'm getting ready to pull out my Everlast Power iMig 200 so I can patch up that hole. As soon as I patch up that hole and grind down the welds, I'm going to start applying this. So sit tight. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is all wrapped up. I'm here at work, so I got to make this quick. Got all the trim back on, everything's done. My tape line over here was pretty sketchy because I was doing this in the middle of the night. So we put some vinyl here on the edge to clean that line up. I'll be doing the same on the other side. So that's why you take off all the trim, so it's nice and clean. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you guys are interested in Monstaliner or any other products carried by Magnet Paints, check out the link in the description. There's a link to their website right here. I can't say enough good things about their products. I've used Monstaliner a couple times now. I plan on using it a lot in the future. Another product that they have that if you're from the Rust Belt you should really look into is Chassis Saver. Okay, I've used that a number of different times. Got a number of different videos about it. Check my videos, search Chassis Saver, you'll find them. It's a very good product. If you look over here in the stupid window right here, you'll see Project Pathfinder. For those that don't know and haven't been following my channel, my whole truck is done in Monstaliner. All those 3 different colors, that's all Monstaliner. The only thing on there that's not Monstaliner that you're seeing is the graphics. And when I say the graphics, like Alvarez Metalworks, the Monstaliner logo, that stuff, that's all done in vinyl. So the vinyl will attach to it. But what you don't see is that the whole truck was painted in Chassis Saver before I put the Monstaliner on it. That's because my truck was 100% rust free when I came to New York. And I would like to stay that. I'd like to keep it that way. So, anyways, I'm a happy customer, happy camper, use our product. I'm pretty sure you guys will be too. You know, the owner, Eric, of the company, the owner, his name is Eric. He's a really good guy, treats his customers well. You know, it's a small, like, I wouldn't say mom and pop's level company, but it's family owned, so it's been around for a long time. They are currently local in New York, but I guess they're moving to Alabama. So, anyways, you might see this video, they might already be in Alabama. So, thanks for watching. Make sure you check out their products. Make sure if you're new to my channel that you subscribe and go like us on Facebook. That link will be in the description as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.